When it comes to Robert Bilbo Walker, ain't nothing he can't do with a guitar. That's why ain't nobody never been able to pick up these styles and things that I got. I'm Robert Bilbo Walker, and I'm a legend of the blues. And I always, from a little boy on up, I always wanted to be looked at. I wanted everybody looking at me. I wanted to be one of the guys that everybody said, there he is. That's what inspired me to really make me want to be a musician.
The cool thing about Bilbo Walker is that he grew up in the same Mississippi Delta blues environment as like Charlie Patton or Robert Johnson or Muddy Waters or Howlin' Wolf or B.B. King. And when he performs, it feels like that. It is like a living fossil.
This is Wonderlight City. It's not really a nightclub, it's more like a juke joint. It's what the people love down in Mississippi.
It's out there in the boonies, not even a town, it's just out in a field. And I also love the fact that it's just so hard to find right till you're at it.
I didn't want to open in town because town, they got too many roofs. Out here, we ain't got no roof. From the ground up from scratch, that's right. We built it here and put it on the ground.
It's an old army barracks, Quonset hut, cut in pieces, moved onto his property himself. A real authentic juke joint is going to be African-American owned because it comes out of that culture. And it's going to probably have a big personality behind it.
This is 7 years I've been on this thing. But it wouldn't have took that long, but it kept getting robbed and the flood come in and got it. You got nothing in the place. That makes you just want to give up. Then I got ambition about everything inside. I said, no, I'm gonna go on, I'm gonna give it one more chance.
Real juke joints that are still operating with live music, I can probably count on one hand. I used to say, you're not going to get any more juke joints like that. I would have to say Bilbo's just gets grandfathered in. It's just such a real thing, and it's kind of an extension of him and sort of what he's been doing his whole life.
I wanted to be something that people remember me for. See, to make people love you like that, you got to be different. I wanted to come as famous as any place ever been in the world.
People ask me this, for my day job, isn't what you do tedious? As a stop motion animator, you're very conscious of time and of incrementally moving a three-dimensional object bit by bit by bit. Mad God is a stop motion film that I've been kind of making for like the last 30 years. There's nothing stopping me from continuing doing it, forever. When I was 5 years old in 1955, I saw King Kong on television. As a stupid kid, I was just enthralled by Hollywood monsters. And that was really the thing that kind of kindled my appetite. Subsequently, over the years, I have worn many hats in the motion picture racket. I've been involved with Star Wars, the RoboCop series, Jurassic Park, Starship Troopers, on and on. One of the things that gives me a lot of pleasure is to make something, but the day job has certain requirements to it. Over the years, those requirements have become a lot more limiting. The Mad God project allowed me to just make this more pure thing that was kind of a form of therapy for me, as an antidote to my day job. It's a combination of live action and stop motion miniature sets in layers like a collage. For lack of a better term, it's a passion project. And things keep getting deeper and darker and odder. There are imaginary cities that are built out of iron ingots. There's like strange jungles that you go through. There's this huge, dystopic, post-industrial nightmare city. And it just goes on and on and on. I mean, practically anything that I can think of. Inherent in it, there's a level of surprise that I think, you know, for me is very childlike kind of a thing. I shoot here at my studio in Berkeley. It's stocked with all kinds of stuff for all kinds of different electronic projects, woodworking projects, lights, cameras. So it's a huge toy box. All of the characters in Mad God are built by me. The process begins with the articulated skeleton, and that's made by ball and socket or hinge joints that allow you to move the characters incrementally, one frame at a time. And then I just wrap lengths of polyurethane foam and build up the general mass. From there, I will take latex skins, adhere them with rubber cement, paint the thing, and then it's ready to shoot. When you're actually shooting a stop motion scene, you project into the character. And sometimes it can get very complicated. You are always gauging acceleration and deceleration, weight and mass. And then that kind of leads to, but you know what? What would make it better? For me, this whole process is more of a compulsion. I really have no say over it. It's just something that I have to do. You know, I've been doing it so long, I breathe, I live and breathe in this world. It's all I think about.
First time I met Miss Louise, never shall forget it. We met eye to eye, you know, and that must have been love at first sight.
This is Charles Lala Evans.
All right, here we go.
He and his wife Louise lived in this house in Starkville, Mississippi.
We were married 59 years and 11 months, and we were 1 month shy of 60 years. We almost made 60.
After she died, Lala created a unique tribute to her.
I decided I'd do this in memory of her. And we call this Lala and Louise's place.
It's his personal memorial to Louise, made up of thousands of photos.
This is it. This is it. Everywhere we went, we took pictures, you know. You stand over there, that ought to make a good one. You stand over here, that'll make a good one. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Click. We had talked about it before she passed that one day we want to build a museum to put these pictures in. We didn't get a chance to do that, but the idea never left my mind. And so I said, I'm going to do it anyway. This was 1968. We were going dancing somewhere. Back in those days, dancing was a big thing. When I first met my wife, she couldn't dance, and she just got tired of that. She said, "You gonna teach me how to do that?" And after I taught her, we were such a smooth couple, you know. We didn't miss a beat, man. This is my 33 collection. 4 tops, look at that, the 4 tops, man. Ohio Players, 45 cities.
Did you and Louise dance to some of these records?
Oh man, yeah. Oh, did we? Shoot, yes we did. This right here, our last dance. I'll never forget it. It was in July, and I took her, spin around, dipped her for the last time, brought her back up and put one of them on her, you know. The following Friday is when she had a massive heart attack, and she wasn't responding, you know. All of a sudden, she looked up at me and said, "I love you." And that was it. Okay, changing to the guard. We had such a beautiful life. I got so much to remember, and I'm just living a beautiful memory. Yeah.
The idea came from my father. He told me about there are pictures on the walls in the subway stations of old buildings, old New York. 20 years later, after going through everything, school, college, and all that stuff, I thought I would finally give it a look and just see what my father was talking about. It was going to be a short article. I was going to illustrate some stations with some pictures and tell the stories, but it kind of ran away with me. What I set out to do is make a record of the appearance of the subway stations in New York City. I take drawings of the mosaic or faience designs on the walls which embellish the stations. I devote as much of my time as I can to doing it. Evenings, weekends, vacation time even. It's a sort of a consuming project. So far, I've completed 4 volumes, volume 1, 2, 3, and 4. My ambition is to take care of all the lines until all 496 or 469, 470 stations have been recorded and seen. Why am I doing it? Okay. My purpose in doing this study is to make a record of what we've got. I want to document when it was done and who did it. So that's what I want to do. That's my focus, is to give credit to those who made it possible. I really started in earnest in 1978. And I thought I'd get this project finished and wrapped up by the year 2030, which is only 14 years from now. Perhaps I have to re-estimate and suggest maybe closer to 2040. I'll be in my 90s then. Hope I can still see. The pleasure of doing the job is payment. I've committed to it, that's all. It's my purpose, it's my life. It's become my identity. So I have to live up to it.
Allora, io sono Bruno, sono l'ideatore e l'esecutore di questo parco ecologico. Magari osservando un movimento in natura che c'è, un ramo che si abbassa, un uccello che vola, e di conseguenza mi sorge l'idea, magari quel movimento dico potrei anche fare un gioco, e da quel momento posso dedicarmi a Dio, adesso lo costruisco. Io posso lavorare un'ora, un giorno intero o un mese intero. Pian pianino mi cresce l'idea, cresce la giostra. Quando è finito io me lo guardo, dico, ma guarda che bello che è questo gioco, l'ho fatto da me. Dai 40 ai 50 giochi ci sono, dai più piccoli naturalmente ai più grandi. Tutto a forza manuale, non ci sono meccanismi. Se tu vuoi giocare, qui devi spingere e sudare, altrimenti il gioco non si muove. Questo è l'importante ed il bello di questo parco. I genitori, per far vedere ai bambini come si gioca, sanno che loro, ma io in cuor loro sono convinto che ritornano bambini anche loro. È bello bello vedere queste cose. Quando cammino in mezzo al mio parco qui, specialmente quando verso sera, verso il tramonto, che sono da solo, allora mi guardo e il mio cuore si allarga per aver creato dal niente un qualche cosa che poi sarà nel tempo.
cuando empecé a construir esta catedral, todos los corrillos, era eso, que yo estaba loco. Y no se creían que yo iba a ser tan constante, y bueno, les estoy dando como un revés a la gente. Y eso me agrada porque para que vean que cuando un hombre confía en Cristo, he nacido en el año 1925 y llevo construyendo esta catedral 53 años. Yo cuando empecé a empezar la catedral era joven, ahora ya mayor, porque a las 9 ya es mucho. No he estudiado la arquitectura, soy un labrador. Tenemos ahí salones parroquiales, los claustros, tengo un baptisterio, que es la entrada, esa cúpula y la crista, claro, con una escalinata que no la hay en Madrid, esa. No quiero materia, dinero nada. Y entonces lo he desechado, incluso en mi casa. Es imposible que yo termine la catedral en vida, porque queda muchísimo que hacer. Pues la esperanza que tengo yo de esta catedral, cuando yo me muera, pues se lo dejo en las manos divinas. Yo no sé dónde llegará, ¿eh? El ángel se carga de ello, ¿eh? A mí me gustaría que me enterraran en esta catedral, que eso es muy importante, ¿eh? A mí.